Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got for you this absolutely gorgeous Honda CR-V, and as always I'm going to do a quick walk around just so you can see the condition of the car, and then we're going to jump inside and I'm going to show you all the interior features and gizmos and gadgets and everything that this car comes with. So like I said, this is a Honda CR-V EX I-Dtec, finished in brown. It's got a 2.2 liter diesel engine. It is obviously an SUV. It puts out 147 brake horsepower, and it will come with 12 months MOT. Current MOT runs out in August 2025, but it will come with 12 months MOT as well. The road tax is only £315, and I guess I say only because cars of this size are well in excess of £400-500 road tax. Granted, there are some other ones with cheaper road tax, but it's it's a Honda. So yes, you maybe pay a little bit more in tax yearly, but you're not going to have those expensive maintenance bills on a car like this. So pros and cons, I guess. Insurance group is 29E, so it's quite low on the insurance bracket, which basically means it's not going to break the bank to insure this thing either. And the CO2 output is 171 grams per kilometer. In terms of fuel economy, you can expect to get about 35 miles per gallon around town, 50 miles per gallon on a motorway run, with a combined fuel economy of about 43 miles per gallon. Now, a couple of other things I want to point out is the fact that the car has only 2 previous owners, so 3 owners in total, and it comes with full service history. Yes, this car has been religiously serviced every year, and you can tell by the way it drives, by the way it looks, and it's absolutely fully loaded with spec. I think it's got every single possible optional extra that somebody could have added onto this car. I think the person that bought this car initially walked into a Honda dealership, and when they were asked what options would you like, I think they said yes, and that's it. That's literally it. Everything. I think everything that does. I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you when we get inside. I'll show you everything that this car comes with. Right. So let's start with the tires first. So you got plenty of tread on the tires. Obviously, it's going to go through an MOT, so if anything needs changing, I will change it. But like I said, there's plenty of tread on the tires. The alloys are in good condition. They do have a few little scuffs here and there, but then again, it's 62 plate, so that's 2012, 2013, about 12, 13 years old now, and it's covered about 133,000 miles, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, it's couple of scuffs here and there. I mean, you'd expect, but the bodywork itself is mint. Like it's beautiful. I do love the fact that it comes with these little side steps. It makes getting in and out of the car a lot easier. So you can put your foot there and then get in, and then you are greeted by a very luxurious interior. You've got. Well, let's start with the door. So first of all, really nice soft touch materials on pretty much all the places that you touch. There, up here, there's no scratchy plastics or anything. It's everything is nice and solid. You got a door bin there, you've got another little cubby here, plus obviously you can put some stuff in the door handle here. Obviously you've got electric windows as well. You also have a electric lumbar support for the passenger, and just to show you how the seats look like over on the passenger side, they are in fantastic, well, it is in fantastic condition. And just to show you that there's nothing hiding underneath there like a big patch or a tear or something. In here, you've got your owner's manual and the locking wheel nut as well. Plenty of storage in there. Plus, you also have this absolutely massive panoramic sunroof, which also closes as well if you don't want all the light to come in. Although I would probably recommend it because, let's be honest, we barely get any sun in the UK, so it's nice when we do get some. Anyway, again, rear tires, fantastic condition. The alloys on the rear look, well, this one especially looks really good. There's no, I can't see any scuffs or anything like that on this one. Let's move over to the rear. One thing I've noticed, and I really love that, so look, if you look at the front door, it opens It's not quite a 90, it's probably about an 80-degree angle, maybe 75-degree angle. But the rear doors, they open at a pretty much 90-degree angle. You can probably see the difference. And there is a good reason for that. I'll show you now why. So the seats do fold down, and it's a really cool way of doing it because, where is it? It's from here. No, this needs to go up, but it should have a pull tab here somewhere. Right, in a second. Let's have a look. It's probably called underneath the seat. There we go. I'll show you some Transformers stuff now. Here it is. Yes, let me see where that pull tab is. Yeah, there it is. So see, it was caught in between that, so it's got to stay there. Let's put the seat back, and this back as well. Right, here we go. So the seat, obviously you can fold it down 3 ways. So you pull on this. How cool is that? The seat literally lifts up, this goes down, the headrest moves down and goes inside, and you've got a completely flat floor. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. The second way of doing it is through this lever here on the back of the seat. And put that back, and then this just goes up like that. And then this goes in. It just clicks into place. There we go. You got to push it a little bit harder. So pull on that, and then this just pushes right forward, and then the seat starts slowly coming down. You can move it from there, or the other way is from the boot, and I've already showed you that, but I'll show you again when we get to the boot. You got some nice storage in here. You got some nice back pockets on the back of the front seats, so you can put some stuff like snacks, iPads, stuff like that. You got 2 air vents over here on the rear, so it blows nice and cool or warm air depending on the weather outside, I guess. You have ISOFIX point over on the 2 outer seats on the rear, plus you also have an armrest with 2 cup holders in there for the rear passengers. Right, let's move over to the boot. Oh, one other thing I want to point out is the fact that the rear windows, you can probably see they are heavily tinted. So that's again a bonus, because if you have kids in the back, you want to keep them safe from those nasty UV rays. So that way, the windows are coming tinted out of the factory. Obviously the front ones and the windscreen are illegal to tint. They have to have a certain amount of light passing through them. The rear ones, there's no such law, so you can literally make them as dark as you'd like. Right, moving over to the rear of the car. A couple of things I want to point out on here as well is that the car comes with rear parking sensors, as well as a reversing camera, as you can see. And also, it does come with a electric boot. Now, you've probably seen me opening it manually. That's because I just wanted to put the seats down as quickly as possible. But key here, you just hold the button there, and then it opens the boot. But not only that, it also brings it down as well. Now, there's a lot of cars, I know you're probably thinking that, oh, duh, if it goes up electrically, then it should go down electrically as well. Well, it does. All of them do that, but not all of them can go up and down from the remote. So usually you press this button and it opens it, and then you have to physically press the button on the boot itself to close it. Not with this one. You can actually open it directly from the remote and close it directly from the remote as well. Right, let's move forward a little bit. In terms of actual space, massive, like massive, acres and acres of room in here. If you put the seats down, you can probably sleep in this thing. I mean, not probably, you can definitely sleep in this thing because it is massive. Comes with this parcel shelf as well, which when it is opened like this, it keeps all your valuables hidden from prying eyes. But again, the rear window is tinted as well, so people can barely see anything in there. And then to remove it, just pull it forward a bit and then it will retract on its own. Simple as that. Got a 12-volt socket over here, which is really good because you can keep a mini fridge or a little vacuum or something like that to clean the boot, or a mini fridge if you're going camping or something. So yeah, it's very practical to have one of those there. Probably noticed there's a lever here and there's another lever over on that side. That is to drop the seats, and you've probably already seen that, what I did. So to drop the seats, it's very simple. Just pull on this lever, pull tight, and then that will just go down. And I love how slowly it goes down. There you go. And then the bottom side of the seat just flips forward, and then this goes in. And like I said, it's making a pretty much flat loading bay, so you can carry larger items if you need to. I think it's really smart, really smart. The boot itself is made so you can actually close it manually as well. So you can literally just pull on this and shut it down if you want to. But you do have a button here to close it. So you press on that button and it just closes. One thing I was pleasantly surprised is that normally with Japanese cars, when you press the button to close the boot, it makes a right racket. It makes that beeping noise that like trucks make when they reverse. So you press the button, it goes beep, 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 beep. It's like I don't need an audible tone to know that I've closed the boot. All right, and if I didn't close the boot and I'm driving off, I can definitely sense the boot is open. But anyway, I love the fact that this one doesn't do that. So that's basically where I was going with this. So there's no beeps, there's no bongs or dings or anything like that when you close it or open it. It just closes and opens like it should. Right. Moving over on this side, again, the alloy is in fantastic condition. And again, it's pretty much brand new tire, to be honest. I think it's got at least 6 mil of tread on there, at least. Right. Let's have a look over on this side, which... well, it's exactly the same as on the other side. So to close this, just lift this up like that. Goes in. That goes up. And then this part goes in there. And just clicks right into place. Simple as that. And then you've got your little pull tab down there. Obviously, you've got, like I said, electric windows over on the rear. And let's have a quick look over at the front. Actually, before we look at the front, let me pop the bonnet from somewhere. Oh, it's over there. Let's go and have a look under the bonnet really quick. Let me show you this alloy as well. Plus, again, like I said, plenty of tread on the tires. I'd be surprised if this one wouldn't pass with flying colors. And again, up here, very good condition. There's no... one thing you probably notice is the fact that the engine bay is not like shiny, it's not cleaned. I've said this in previous videos and I will say it again, and I'll keep saying it so people know why I don't clean the engine bays. Usually when you go to pick up a car, if the engine bay is clean, then that could mean two things. One, you're buying the car from an enthusiast which likes to clean his engine, likes to clean every little hose and pipe and everything in here and just keep it nice and clean. Or B, which is the much more likely situation, somebody had a massive explosion in here, like oil went everywhere, coolant went everywhere and stuff like that. They've jet washed it or cleaned it to get rid of the evidence and now trying to flog the car away. So you sometimes end up buying somebody else's problem. So yeah, that's why I don't clean the engine bays. I want you to see it exactly how it is. I've driven the car about 60 or 70 miles back to the garage. It drove absolutely fine, no issues at all. So yeah, cool. Right, let's go inside because it is getting a little bit cold. Well, Don't know why I said it's getting cold. It's not cold. It's really nice and lovely outside. I mean, well, I say that, but yeah. See, that's the UK. You got those menacing clouds over there, and then you turn at 180 degrees. Oh, look at that! It's summer. No, wait, it's autumn. Anyway, it is summer because it's June. So let's start over with the door, walk our way all the way in there, and then down the center console, the seat, and everything. So obviously you've got controls for all four windows. That's to lock and unlock the door. That's to lock the rear windows. You've got electrically adjustable mirrors, and they electrically fold in as well. And then over here you've got your memory settings. So you've got two memory settings for the driver's seat, which is electric as well. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but oh no, I didn't do it. Usually, yeah, so right now seat is moving because I've obviously selected a different position. And if I was to press 1 again, you're going to see the seat moving downwards, going down, because it was saved for somebody else's position in there. Anyway, it's easy. You can adjust it. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 way directional adjustment in the seat, so you can adjust it however you like it, however it seems good. Then you can save it. You can press set and 1 and save it as your default. So if somebody else jumps in your car and then messes up with the seat and changes it and everything, when you get back in, instead of struggling another half an hour to put it in the right position, just press 1 and then the seat will automatically adjust it to the position that you've saved it at, which is cool. Again, the seat itself is in fantastic condition. Again, considering the age and the mileage of the car, I think it's held up really, really well. Over here, you've got your interior alarm scan. That's to open the fuel cap. And then at the top here, you've got your parking sensors, your headlamp washers, traction control, and that's to open the boot. And again, this opens it and closes it as well. Again, a lot of cars have a button inside. You press it, it opens it, but you can't close it from the button inside, which is a bit annoying because you have to get out of the car and close it yourself. So if I keep this pressed, you're going to see the boot coming up. Just like that. And if I press this again, you're going to see the boot going down. Cool. Right. And that's your eco button as well. Right, so let's jump in. I'm just going to move the seat backwards a little bit because it's too close. Right. Let's start off with the steering wheel. So it's a nice chunky steering wheel, and it is leather wrapped as well, which is fantastic because that will give you a better grip. It'll give you a better grip. Plus, it's not one of those, the plasticky, rubbery ones that just disintegrate in your hand. This is leather, so it really stood the test of time. Like I said, it's 12, 13 years old now, and it's done 133,000 miles, and the steering wheel is still in fantastic condition. You do have a multifunction steering wheel, so this is to control that screen in there. Different sub menus, well, that's different folders, menu, and then over here is your Bluetooth, so your voice assistant. That's your back button plus the answer and reject a phone call. Over on this side, you've got your cruise control, which is very simple to use. Just press the main button and then press set, and then the car will go on the speed that you've selected. And then these buttons here are for the screen in the middle there. Now, to start the car, you have to put your foot on the clutch, and then the start button is down there. Keep the start button pressed, and then the car will start straight away, just like that. Right. Over on this side, you've got your lights. So you do have auto lights, which is nice. You can leave it on auto, and then the car will turn the lights on and off as and when it needs to. And then over there, you've got your wipers, and as you can see, you do also have auto wipers in there as well, which is fantastic. Um, Horn in the middle works absolutely fine. And then in the actual dashboard, you've got your rev counter over on the left. That up and down will show you an arrow either pointing up or pointing down, and that will tell you when you need to change gears. Obviously, you should know when to change gears, but the car will try to tell you so you can drive the most economical way possible. You've got your speedometer big in the middle there, plus you also have that little display in there which currently shows the current mileage. So you've got 127 miles left of range, and in terms of actual mileage on the car, it's 133,652 miles. Over on the right side here, you've got your fuel gauge and your water temperature as well. Plus, these are what the warning lights would be. Obviously, there's no warning lights on this car whatsoever. Let me just quickly explain what these are. So that I is basically like a little information thing. It's basically telling me that the door is open. That is your start-stop system, which you can turn off from here. If I press that button, that's going to go away. And then over here, you've got your handbrake, the fact that the door is open, and the fact that I'm not wearing my seatbelt. And just to show you, I will close that door now. And two of the lights already went away. And then there's obviously the handbrake and the fact that I haven't got my seatbelt. So easy as that. Right, let me just turn this music down because I don't want you to disrupt my video. So that's the thing with the display. Plus, you can change from these buttons here. You can change to different pages like that. I always leave it on the remaining fuel. Sorry about that. I always leave it on the remaining fuel because it gives you the most information, I think. In there, you've got pretty much the same screen. So it tells you the average MPG, which currently sits at 50, which is fantastic. Again, 127 miles of range. Plus, you can change it from here. You can change the different. Oh no, sorry, that's the volume. If I press the menu button, customize settings, radio, and I think that one would be the best one. The previous owner has installed one of these. I mean, I didn't want to take it out because I think it's very sturdy in there. So this is a perfect phone holder. It opens and it closes like that, so you can hold your phone in there, which again is fantastic. But obviously you can take that off if you want to, but so it's probably best to leave it there because it's very sturdy. So that's one less thing you need to get for your car, I guess. Plus, in here you've got your main display. So let's say if I was to go into map, press OK, you've got your sat nav there, and then you've got menu, so address book and all that, audio, 11C. What is it on that? There we go. So you do have DAB radio with this one as well, which is great because you do have digital radio. That's what I want to say. So you've got digital radio, which is fantastic. And then down there you've got Dolby Digital, DVD, DTS, Grace Note. I've got no idea what that is. Plus it says anti-theft on there, so I'm guessing it's got a code or something that if it gets disconnected it will stop working or something like that. You've got your climate control over here. It is a dual zone climate control, so you can actually have two different temperatures. So let's say if the driver is feeling a bit warm, he can turn the AC all the way down. Then if the passenger is actually a bit cold, he can turn the heating up a little bit. So show you how that works. So right now, let's say I can have 21 degrees over on the passenger side, and then low, which is 15 degrees over on the driver's side. So you can have different temperatures if you want. You do also have auto, so let's say you can set it to, let's say, 20 degrees, and then the car will keep it at that temperature. So if it gets too hot, it'll start blowing cold air. If it gets too cold, it'll start blowing hot air, and so on and so forth. That's your front window defrost, rear window defrost with the side mirrors as well. Recirculate AC, that's your mode where you want to select where you want the air to come out from. That's the fan speed, so that's to lower it and that's to increase it. Sync over here, and then you got push on and off, so I can press that and to turn it off, but I'll actually leave it on because it is warm. 6-speed manual gearbox. It goes flawlessly through all the gears. There's no issues. The clutch is bang on in the middle. It's not too high, it's not too low. There's no crunching coming from the gearbox when you're getting into gears, so it drives absolutely beautiful. Just to show you now, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then reverse, right and back. Once you've done that, the camera will kick in as well, and the camera is very good quality as well. So cool. Obviously parking sensors as well. In here you've got yet another 12-volt socket. You've got heated seats on high and low settings. That's for your start stop if you want to turn it off. I mean, I am not a big fan of start stop. I think it's completely pointless. It's useless. It's got no reason to be in any car, because it just puts more strain on the starter motor. You have to start and stop at every traffic light. It's just useless. I just always turn it off. Over here you've got some storage. Well, I do love you've got, it's covered, so you press on that, it opens up, so you've got a little bit of storage there, plus a couple of cup holders. And say it with me if you've seen any of my other videos, good old manual handbrake. I've always said this is I love manual handbrakes. 2 reasons. Well, probably more reasons, but 2 main reasons. A, they very, very rarely go wrong. Very rarely go wrong. And B, if it does go wrong, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot less than the electronic counterpart. Because when something goes wrong in this, it's usually just the cable that needs tightening, and that's pretty much it. There's not much else. When the electronic one goes crazy, you need computers, you need software, you need coding, why? Just give me one of these things, I'm just going to pull on it, and that's it. That activates the handbrake. It's that simple. Obviously, manufacturers are trying to make the cars look sleeker and stuff, but you know what? I don't mind having a manual handbrake if it means that when it goes wrong, it's going to cost me 50 quid to fix rather than 500 quid. Anyway, rant over. Armrest, nice and chunky, as you can see. I can barely grip it with my hand, and again, very nice and soft touch. Plus it extends, as you can probably see, so you push on here and it extends, not extends, it extends forward, so you can bring it forward. It's very comfortable. Plus you can open this up like that, and you've got some more storage in there with your USB port, another 12-volt socket, and video input as well. Now, video input is if you want to, well, watch videos and stuff through there. You've got your rear view mirror over here, and it is a auto dimming rear view mirror, which basically means that if you've got somebody driving behind you with their high beams on, the mirror will automatically dim itself, and you won't get dazzled by the traffic behind you. And then you have your interior lights over here, which work absolutely fine. Plus this is for when you open the door. Just open the door, by the way. And then they close down like that. Like I said, you already have a massive, I've already said this, but there's a massive panoramic sunroof which closes up just like that. So you pull on that, and it closes from both sides. It gets nice and dark in here, and then to open it, just push it forward, just like that. Happy days. Right. Sun visor with a vanity mirror in there, with the light in there as well. There is one thing that's missing from this car, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a deal breaker, but I just wish all cars had it. It's like you can probably see me in the mirror, right? You can see I've got my sunglasses on. Now, I always wear my sunglasses, even when it's raining. Even if it's dark outside, I sometimes wear my sunglasses. And not because I'm so badly want to use that word, but I can't because it's a family show. Well, it's not a show; it's a family video. Okay, so kids might watch it. Um, the only reason I'm wearing my sunglasses, even if it's dark outside, even if it's raining, is because I suffer very badly from hay fever. And the bright sun, it's triggering my hay fever, and I can end up with my eyes closed for the whole day because I can't see. My eyelids are like glued shut with that whatever fluff flies about. I sneeze about 2,500 times per minute, and my eyes are watery, plus my nose is running, and trust me, it's not a great feeling. I mean, if you've never experienced it, honestly, don't you're not losing out, you're not missing out on anything. It's just bad. So basically what I'm getting with this is that the fact that this car doesn't have a sunglass holder. And I wish it would have had a sunglass holder, because I do use sunglasses. You've got a Jesus handle over here, which I think is pretty much pointless, because you could have had a sunglass holder here instead of this handle, because let's be honest, you've got something to hold on to. You don't need that. But that's just a minor little, more of an inconvenience than anything. So, yeah. Right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. There's not much else I can tell you. I'm just going to go and park this baby up. Where am I going to park it? I know I'm going to park it. Park it somewhere where the parking sensors are going to kick in as well, so you can see the parking sensors kicking in, plus the camera, the backup camera. So now the front sensors are working. You can probably see that. And now let's back this up. I'm going to put it next to my other Honda, the Honda Jazz, Green Goblin, like I like to call it. That's how close I am. I could probably go a little bit closer, to be honest. Yeah, that'll do. Right. That's the Green Goblin. That's the Honda Jazz, which is still here, by the way. I don't understand why it hasn't sold yet, because usually Hondas and Toyotas just fly out. Not that one. Oh well, somebody will buy it at some point. Anyway, again, let's go back to the Honda. It is a fantastic car, full service history, 12-month MOT. 2 previous owners, drive absolutely mint, no issues with the car whatsoever. So yeah, if you're interested, don't hesitate to call me. You can find me on 01684 355 032, or you can email me at vindemautos@gmail.com, or you can head over to the website, which is www.vindemautos.co.uk. So yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate you sticking all the way to the end. That's 33 minutes of your time that you're never going to get back, but I hope you found the video useful. I hope you've learned something, and if you didn't, I'm sorry, but if you did, then I'm glad, because at least I didn't waste my time. Anyway, once again, thank you very much. Have a great day, and hopefully I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.